If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. Welcome back to another Trias update. It has been a while, but it's because we've been waiting for things to play out. What I do in each update is pretty much leave you with the bullish and bearish case, and you're simply waiting for one of them to be given, and then you follow that path that was originally drawn out for you guys. So what we were saying is that while this 14.35 cent a level actually holds as support, we're looking for continuation higher. The moment you go ahead and lose this, we're coming down to $12.30. Why? Because yes, we were holding this $14 area as support with the bodies, but it's the lowest point of support with the wick that's marking out the lowest point of this range. So if we are to lose the bodies of support, you come to the lowest point of this range, and that's why we were predicting that if this level is lost, that we'd come down to $12.30, and we've done so exactly. We can also see that the 20 moving average actually crossed path and was above that point. So that's what we were saying in the last update. We could just come down to this, but again, with this bullish candle, it needed to climb back above this blue line, and we would have actually continued higher, because even though it was a bullish candlestick pattern, even though we're seeing out support, which is where we want to be, taking action on this candle from, it needs to also break out. So without the breakout, it's a failed signal essentially. So that's why we've fallen underneath it. Now, again, if we were not using horizontal supports and resistances and only moving averages, now would be the time we would say we're coming down to around $9.70, and depending on how long it takes to come down, it could just be $10 exactly. And we've also got the $10 psychological level already marked out, and this is what we were saying in the previous update. We were already preparing for this scenario, although yes, in the title, in the thumbnail, it might have said $26 and then 31 next, but in every single update we know that there are possibilities of invalidating that. And so I prepare you in those same videos. Of course, everything was bullish at the time. We were holding the bullish levels, so we're expecting bullish continuation to $26 and then $31, but also need to prepare for the bearish scenario, which we did in the last video update. So make sure, if you haven't already, to smash the like button, comment and subscribe, share these videos. It really does help grow the channel, and we're trying to hit 8K as quick as possible. It is much appreciated. So guys, if we now go ahead and lose this $12.30 level of support with a daily candle close underneath, can you see how this candle was actually underneath during the day? However, for the daily candle close, which is what is the most important part of the candle, it needs to close beneath this wick, $12.30. We can see if I hover over this and look at C over here, that is closed, we can see it's $12.43, and this is $12.30. $12.43 is above that. That means this support is still being held up, and today is the day where we're going to decide, will we go ahead and lose this support, or will we go ahead and climb back above this resistance, flipping it into support and looking for $14 to get broken, as we should have done over here. And then on that attempt, it will be back to $16.97 and then $26 next, giving us a pump of around 110%. Of course, if this all goes right. If you remember from our last video update, we also mentioned if this level of support was lost, and the levels that would step in next would be between $8.88 and $10, and this all falls within and above the golden pocket down over here. So essentially, guys, what is going on right now on this potential dump, if we lose this low, is a retest of a key level, just, confirming that we are within this reversal wave, so we can actually go to $31, but actually beyond $31. So right now we need to find support above $5. Of course, if Bitcoin starts tanking and losing 40k, make sure you're checking out my Bitcoin updates, because we know if Bitcoin is going to lose our range low, it's going to start a downtrend. Alts are going to get smashed, so we need to focus on Bitcoin really and truly. So make sure you check out that update. Make sure you have in the back of your mind that if 40k is lost, then of course all alts are going to get smashed, and that could be starting a much larger correction down into the 30,000s, and so that could be Trias returning all the way back down to $5. I'm not calling for it right now. We will be playing it level by level, but as we've created the reversal wave here by pushing through the golden pocket, the reason why I've mentioned mentioned $5 is because that's the level that you just need to stay above in order to break through 31 to get to 60, 100, 150 plus. So we just need to hold above $5 in order to see those future price targets. But we don't necessarily need to come down exactly to $5. That's why 10 to $8, 88 to 10 is already marked down. That's also part of the golden pocket. So this is just the lowest point of support of the golden pocket, and $8.88, or even slightly beneath that, is the highest point of support of the golden pocket. So and you don't have to come down to it exactly. We just need to find a higher low above this key area over here. So it could be just where we are right now, continue higher. Could come down a little bit more to $10, or around 8 to 80 to $10, and then we continue higher. Could come down all the way to $5 and then continue higher. No one truly knows exactly where it's going to go right now, because we need to wait for the $12 to be lost, and then you just play it level by level. Literally the next one coming in would be $10, and then a bit beneath that, unfortunately, you would say we're coming to the 200 EMA. That is above $5, so that's fine. But the reason why I'm saying unfortunately is because if you do lose $10, assuming you're only following the moving averages, you then assume, okay, lose $10, we're going to $5.76, for example. But we know that we're not just following the moving averages. We know that there are other levels of support. So what could step in before losing this and then getting down to there? Look, there's other golden pocket levels. There's a psychological level over here, $7. So there's a lot of supports before we could even manage to get down to the 0.5. And remember, guys, as long as we are above that point, we are continuing up to break the previous all-time high, $31. So this is just a blip in the road. Don't worry, use this as a time to DCA, whether that's right here or even lower. I'm going to be doing so today, because over the past week or so, we've seen a lot of cryptos go down, and that's what we've been waiting for, weren't we? A lot of people may have been wanting to buy here and then say, oh, I need to wait for a dip, and it never came, and it just continued higher. So when we're in a full-blown bull market, just keep buying. As long as Bitcoin's underneath its all-time high, which is 70k, doesn't matter what price the altcoin is, even if it's green like here or green up here, you just keep buying, because we know that, okay, if Bitcoin's not even at its all-time high yet or broken it, then we've got a long way to go of this bull market. So as long as most of your investments are done before the all-time high, 70k, not Trias's all-time high, forget Trias's price. Trias could be $100 and Bitcoin could still be underneath 70k. I would still say Trias is cheap. It's dependent on Bitcoin, guys. Where is it in its process of topping out? And it needs to break its all-time high to finish the bull market, and we're nowhere near that as of yet. So we're super duper early in the bull market. Even if we still see 50, 60, 70% dumps on coins like Trias, don't you worry, because that is not a signal for the bear market. That is just a signal for a huge correction during the bull market. That's part one done, and then we're looking for part two, essentially. So let's see what Bitcoin has to bring right now. Will it hold 40k? If it does hold, we're looking for Trias to continue higher. If Bitcoin loses 40k, then we're expecting Trias to come lower, with the lowest point of support that cannot be lost at all costs being $5. And as we know, if you've been following my updates, we say the 200 EMA acts as the lowest point of support of our uptrend, and that is above $5. So it's all looking good for the continuation, eventually higher. It could take some months to flip back bullish, but yeah, eventually we're going to be continuing higher. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment and share so we can hit 8k as quick as possible. If you want to get educated, I have a course, ebook, mentorship plan and a Discord community where I teach you guys personally in there to take action on. Use the links down below, and I hope to see more of you in there. Cheers. I've got a whole bunch of educational content, and over here on the website you can see loads of other people taking action recently. If you want to get educated, simply scroll underneath the video, click take action or Linktree, and click the option that you want to read more about, or private message me on Twitter. Let's start off with the ebook. This is where you can take action on my ebook, teaches the exact strategy. Head over to the membership level if you want to become a Discord channel member, where you have access to 2 weekly group mentorship calls, or if you want to take action on my 6-hour long pre-recorded course, there's an offer here, and you do get Discord chat for 2 months totally free. Here is my beginner one-to-one mentorship plan, which includes 3 hours of my one-to-one help, the course, and 2 months free in the chat. And there are some other plans here for 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help. Use the links down below to private message me on Twitter, or head straight to the website using one of these links to take action. Cheers.